In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
And now for a stroll to the bell tower entrance hall.
At least we're out of
Along
the
with the rest of
classroom.
the castle, it was completed in the late early Middle Ages. The hall and the bell towers that loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts. Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Irgit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Did you say Bragbor? I know that name. Lodgok said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day. Where were we? Oh, yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft, another notable historical figure. He's right nearby.
Wagadu's history is, well, a bit different than that of Hogwarts, to say the least.
I recommend that all students introduce themselves to this hero of Hogwarts. Grimbold Weft was responsible for some of the most important work done.
Abandoning class to wander the halls is in keeping with Professor Binns' manner of teaching.
Buttons on witches and wizards' coats. Without his quick hand and deft needlework.
Rebellion.
Every cold during the late spring.
This Grimbold Wave sounds like a helpful.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Why didn't you tell us it was just his skull?
Well, of course he's just a skull. Everyone knows Grimbold Weft died of dragonpox in 1753. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Aphbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment. Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower,
Rebellion.
a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify. Keen-eyed students will spot the statue of Sir Aphbuttle of the cheerful countenance nestled among the ranks.
Leave it to Binns to make the most interesting schooling.
Sir Skagglethorpe the
Pain
Heedless
was
once
not
challenged a
won
mountain
by
troll
vanquishing
to a game of
foes in
music.
single combat, nor by slaying bloodthirsty, training yards and sculleries. His warm and
This
approachable
unassuming smudge is rumored
Rebellion.
to be the location of the very first successful use of Bombarda. I suppose successful is a relative
make the
term, since
waving
whoever cast it
statues
lived to tell
acquaint.
tales.
Hogwarts is impervious to the inexorable march of time. Perhaps that all the centuries that Hogwarts has existed.
Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Afpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Afpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
True, but imagine how dull my lectures would be without goblin rebellions to discuss. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise student, such as yourself, will learn from it.